Have you ever watched porn in your life? I'm pretty sure 100% of you just answered yes, and that's a problem. Because watching porn is the ultimate activity to become weak, a degenerate, lonely, and virtually brain-dead. But why? This video is divided into two parts. The first part focuses on the impact porn has on your brain, psyche, and body. The second part focuses on how you can stop watching it. Here we go. You've probably heard of dopamine before. Especially in recent years, topics like dopamine detox have become extremely popular. But what many people don't understand is that dopamine is not a bad thing. It's only bad when it comes from harmful activities. And porn is one of the worst, because it gives you so much dopamine that almost nothing compares. And the reason is our natural human desire to reproduce. Our whole purpose as humans is to continue our bloodline and have children. That's why porn feels so good, is so stimulating, and why you can't stop. Because every time you watch it, your brain thinks that you're really reproducing so often. Although of course the reality is different, and subconsciously you understand that too. Your primal brain may really think you're having sex, but in the meantime it also understands the truth, that you're sitting alone in your room watching other people have intercourse. Because in summary, that's all porn is, isn't it? By constantly repeating exactly that, you train your brain that you are not the one having sex. It's others, and you're just the weird guy in the corner watching. Every time you watch it, you feel guilty and bad, which causes your brain to be filled with negative thoughts. Of course, it also changes your relationships and interactions with others, but especially with women. Porn sexualizes your brain, and at some point, you reach a point where you no longer see women as people and can no longer interact with them normally. You start to get nervous and weird when you're with them, and not just in a conversation, but also if you ever actually have sex in real life, because you won't get it up. You'll have erectile dysfunction, because you've been training your brain and body for years to only get hard when you're the one watching. Your addiction makes it difficult for you to concentrate on other things. Your energy and motivation to do other activities is low, which ends up with you sitting alone in your room all day, with no one to talk, but endless videos to watch. You have a decision to make. You can repeat this cycle over and over again until it's too late. Or just this one time you really try to achieve your goal and give it your all. The first reason why most people don't get over their addiction is because they don't even try. They look for endless excuses as to why they can't do anything about it, or why it's not their fault, even though deep down they know that they still have the decision to stop. If you stop looking for excuses and start working on how to beat your addiction, then you have already taken the first step in the right direction. But how can you stop now? I'm sorry to tell you this, but the longer you've been watching, the harder it will be to stop. And pretty much every single one of you will relapse at least once. The hard truth is, there is no ultimate solution to getting off porn. The best option you have is, first, do activities. Get out of your house, meet friends, find a hobby. You need to replace porn with something else to get rid of it. 2. Slowly do less and less. You can of course try to quit completely from one day to the next, but this requires incredible willpower and a strong brain, and most people never manage it this way. What you can try instead is to slowly watch less and less and more harmless things. Instead of every day, only every 2 days, then every 3 days. Then instead of videos, only pictures, and so on, until at some point it is best not to consume pornography at all. Third, as I just mentioned, you need a strong mind to resist temptation. You can achieve this mainly through meditation and less social media and screen time in general. Realize that your whole body is controlled by you, and every time you relapse, it's no one's fault but your own, because you were too weak. See you next time.